Welcome to Critical Communication News. Today is Friday, the 26th of September. My name is Leilon Sedaldin. Today in Critical Communication News. Space bubbles knocked out critical radio signal in Afghanistan. LTE gets indoor positioning to locate emergency callers. All the news from this week's Motorola's App Forum. An investigation into a missing radio transmission, which resulted in the death of 3 U.S. soldiers, has blamed strange activity in the upper atmosphere. The incident happened in 2002 when a U.S. helicopter failed to receive a message warning it not to land in an enemy-controlled area. Researchers believe bubbles of plasma interfered with the satellite systems in use. New analysis of data from NASA's spacecraft shows that a bubble of plasma had formed in the upper atmosphere between the satellite and the helicopter, contributing to the failure of the critical message. The next version of the LTE standard will be able to find users even when they are indoors, to ensure that emergency services can find them. The feature comes at the request of the Federal Communication Commission, which is concerned that existing GPS systems don't work indoors. Release 13 of the standard, being prepared for 2016, will be able to tell which building a caller is in and what floor they are on. Speaking at this year's App Forum in Brussels, Motorola's UK channel boss Tim Clark said most people are buying Moto Turbo radios because of the applications they can use, not just for voice. He said about 70% of sales are now driven by apps.
And that's an estimate. It's difficult to say precisely what numbers are, but sure, the vast majority of our sales on Moto Turbo are linked in some way to an application. That can be anything from a plug-in option board that gives you man-down or lone worker type of security for personnel in difficult environments, right through to complete control room solutions for managing remote fleets of workers efficiently, effectively and safely.
And are these new customers, or are these customers upgrading their existing kits?
Combination of both. I think that the majority are customers who have a legacy analog system that they've migrated up to Moto Turbo to get the full benefits of Moto Turbo, but we are seeing more and more new customers coming back to radio from other solutions or even brand new to comms in general, who really see the benefit of Moto Turbo Digital.
Also at the Radio App Forum in Brussels were independent analysts IHS. We spoke to Elizabeth Mead, who told us about her research into the size of the radio market.
Well, the terminal market, is currently worth around $4.5 billion worldwide. And the user base is actually around 44 million users worldwide.
And is that analog or digital?
That's interesting. At the moment, it's mostly analog. I mean, there are, obviously in Europe, there is a digitization occurring, which means that the digital install base is higher in Europe. But there are countries such as in China and developing nations that are actually still skewing the worldwide install base towards analog.
And the move to digitization, is it new customers or is it people upgrading their existing systems?
So I think it's a bit of a combination, really. There are a number of users that are migrating over from analog to digital because of that increased capacity and that increased bandwidth associated with it. But there are also a number of users, brand new users to the network, that are coming online and actually leapfrogging analog and moving straight onto digital.
Elizabeth believes 2015 will be a key year for digital radio. It will overtake analog installations for the first time. And finally, Huawei is publishing LTE into more railway networks with the launch of Digital Railway 2. The updated offering includes a dual-mode cab radio, which can connect to Huawei's enterprise LTE network while still supporting GSMR connectivity. Most train networks are still using 2G technology, but once broadband has been fitted, it can be shared with passengers, as well as providing critical communications to the staff. That's all from us. Thanks for watching. We'll be back on Monday with more news. Have a great weekend.